Empath Detector, half price. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. I developed the Empath Detector, which asks you an extensive number of questions to elicit certain responses from you, which operate both individually and also collectively to make a determination about what you are. The way that it has been calibrated and designed is to probe underneath what you might think you're answering and get to the heart of what you truly are. This enables you to understand more about who you are and often leads to some surprising outcomes. The way that the Empath Detector works is that you receive this detailed questionnaire and you answer. It's a multiple choice scenario. You might not find an answer which immediately fits with precisely what you would do, but that's not the issue. You find the answer which is closest to that what you would do, and you're not there to overthink it. It's calibrated to recognize where people are trying to game the system, if you will. And the content of your answers impact both individually, with a value that's attributed to them, and also in terms of having an aggregate impact. It was designed as a consequence of extensive input from a variety of sources to make that determination about you. And then what it does is it determines, are you a narcissist? Perhaps it will indicate that you are narcissistic, meaning that you are not a narcissist, but you have narcissistic traits which are stronger than your empathic ones by a considerable margin, and you have limited emotional empathy. It might determine that you're a normal, that you have both narcissistic and empathic traits, neither of which are particularly strong, and you do have emotional empathy, but within a limited sphere. Where it does determine that you're an empath, then it will do so in a manner of making a determination as to what type of empath you are by virtue of school. So it'll tell you, for instance, whether you have a majority school, which governs your day-to-day behaviours, or whether you might be a hybrid. Nobody is 100% of a particular type of school, but usually you'll have a dominant majority school with some minority aspects. And for some people, they don't have a dominant aspect, they have minority aspects. It will determine whether your majority is standard, codependent, super, or contagion. It will also give you information about what that means in terms of the size and extent of that and how that impacts upon the behaviours that you exhibit. Not everybody will have representation from all four schools. You may have 3, possibly only 2. It also determines what your cadre is. And there are 5 cadres, and it's unusual to have representation from all 5. Again, many people have a majority with 1 or 2 minorities. Some people are a hybrid with no majority evident. It's more common to be a hybrid. In some instances, you will get a perfect hybrid, where the relevant constituent minority parts are equal. Sometimes you have a perfect triple hybrid, where the constituent parts are exactly equal, or a perfect quad hybrid, or a perfect quintuplet hybrid. Again, you'll receive information that tells you what this size and extent of your cadre is. Both with the school and the cadre, it ranges from majority through very strong minority, significant minority, and insignificant minority. It enables you to understand what all of that means. And it will also open the gateway to not only understanding what your relevant school and cadre mean, but also what it means to be an empath, and what that means about you, and how that impacts upon your behaviours vis-à-vis the narcissist. Finally, the Empath Detector will tell you what school of narcissist you are most likely to attract as a consequence of the type of empath that you are. Remember, if you are an empath, you will attract all narcissists, but there are a sub-school for you that is attracted to you the most. It doesn't mean you will always attract these narcissists. You can attract other ones, but this is the one that's attracted to you the most. Armed with this information, you'll understand more about yourself. Armed with this information, you'll understand how you can protect yourself, understand your vulnerabilities, and you can, of course, then embrace yet more of my material through the thousands of videos and blog articles that I've created that expand upon the dynamic between the narcissist and the empath and telling you more about various aspects of empaths. I've created this information as a consequence of my years of involvement with empaths as prey. I've created this as a consequence of the various involvements that I have with empaths in studying them, observing them, listening to them, watching them behave. That is why my cognitive empathy is so refined, because I've spent so long observing your kind. It's important to know the narcissist, but it's just as important to know what you are. Where you can use the narc detector on somebody else to determine what they are, you can use the empath detector upon yourself to make a determination to find out what you are. So if you're worrying about whether you're a narcissist or not, use the empath detector and find out. If you believe that you're an empath, why not see if that is confirmed by this detailed test? And if so, you can then learn about your school and cadre and what all of that means. Hugely important information, and it is so fundamental to learn what you are, to understand what makes you tick. After all, I have done so. And therefore, to encourage you to utilize this for just a 24-hour period, and that's all it will be, I'm offering you the Empath Detector for half price. Yes, a thoroughly generous offer, which enables you to receive the questionnaire, submit it, have your analysis undertaken, the algorithm to work its magic in relation to you, and then to receive a host of information about what the outcome is. This is unlikely to be repeated. So if you want to make use of it, you've always wondered, am I an empath or something else? And if so, what type of empath am I? Now is your opportunity to use this excellent and generous offer. All you need to do is go to the Knowledge Vault, the link for which you'll find in the video description. Seek out the detectors, and in the drop-down menu you'll see Empath Detector. Click on that, go to make your purchase, and at the checkout, just add I adore HG50. I adore HG50. And then you will be able to receive the 50% discount. Boom, there and then. And then you can make your submission and find out more about who you are. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.